Hello friends, this is your Canvas Academy, myself Sorpanand. Today I am in front of you with a numerical practice session on vector. So guys, without any delay, let's jump in. Our first problem is two forces equal in magnitude act at right angle to each other. Their resultant makes angle beta with one of them, which the following gives the value of beta. That means in questions, guys, there is two force in equal magnitude act at right angles. Let me draw this is question number 1. Two forces of equal magnitude let this is F1 force and this is F2 force. They are at a 90 degree or perpendicular to each other. That means they make an angle 90 degree with each other, and here is F1 is equal to F2. So putting parallelogram, law of vector addition, this will be their resultant. This is resultant. This is F2. So this angle is beta. The resultant makes an angle with beta. So one of them, which of the following gives the value of beta? Look guys, this is F1 and F2. These are two equal forces. When we applied equal forces on the body, on this body, so it moves on the diagonal of the parallelogram. So this is our required resultant. So this will be exact on the angle bisector of this diagonal is just exactly angle bisector of the angle between the two vectors. So beta will be 45 degree. Visually you can solve this problem. Two forces applied on the body. So the forces is exactly the angle bisector. Their resultant is exactly on the angle bisector. So beta will be 45 degree. Next, we can also solve by method 2. Method 2. This is our method 1. This is just the visual solution of this problem. Very easy, guys. Next, we can find the beta. So guys, then beta is equal to F2 sin theta. Theta is here 90 degree, and F1 plus F2 cos theta. We can also put in place of F2 F1 because they are two equal forces. So sin theta is sin 90, the F1 plus F2 is cos 90, F1 into sin 90 is equal to 1. So F1 and F1 plus F2 cos 90 is equal to F2 cos 90 is equal to 0. So F plus F1, that means F1 by F1, that is equal to 1. 10 beta is equal to 1. So guys, beta is equal to 45 degree. So guys, this is our visual method and this is our bookist method, or you may say by using the formula. So guys, next, number 2, numerical number 2. So this is our correct answer, 45 degree. So guys, next, an aeroplane travels a distance 40 km towards east and 3 km towards north. What is the net displacement of the aeroplane? So guys, we have to draw the direction system. So guys, look here. This is north, south, east and west. So guys, according to questions, an aeroplane travels a distance 4 km towards east. This is 4 km towards east and towards east and 3 km towards north. Then it travels 3 kilometers towards north. What is the net displacement? Guys, an aeroplane travels 4 km towards east, then 3 km towards north. Then the resultant will be from initial, the displacement will be the initial position and the final position. This is our resultant net displacement. This is our net displacement. So guys, it will be putting the Pythagoras formula, we can find that this will be 5 kilometers. 5 kilometers towards the direction will be 3, 5 according to our famous right angle triangle. 3, 4 and 5. This will be the 37 degree. 37 degree. This is east and this is north. So our answer will be 5 kilometers north of east. This is our answer. We can also find, putting the formula of vector addition, that our resultant will be 4 square plus under root of 4 square plus 3 square plus 2a, that means 4 into 3 cos 90 degree. This is the angle between the two vector 4 km and 3 km will be 90 degree. So 16 plus 9 plus 0, cos 0 is 0, cos 90 is 0, sin 0 is 0, cos 0 1, that means cos 90 is 0 degree. So under root of 25, that is equal to 5 kilometer. Then you put, let this is 10 beta or 10 alpha. Then beta, let's say this is beta. So 10 beta is equal to 3 by 4, p by h 3 by 4. Then beta is equal to also 37 degree north of east. So guys, next Our answer is B. That means 5 kilometer and 37 degree north of east. Our displacement will be 30 kilometers. Sorry, 5 kilometers and 37 degree north of east. Next, next. This is method 1 and this is method 2. Number 3. The minimum number of unequal forces whose vector sum can equal to 0. That means, guys, the number of factors, the sum of the number of factors can be 0. So what is the minimum number? So guys, look, visually you can, very easy problem. So we can, in visual method, let this is a body, here is, let we give one force to this body, then it will be some resultant. The force, we can't cancel the force. So the number of force, when the number of force is 1, so something they are resultant, only this force. So next, that this is when we apply two forces. Say this is F1 and this is F2 forces. If when the two forces will be equal, then when we put them in 180 degree, then they gives 0 resultant. But when they are in equal, but here in this question given that these are forces of unequal magnitude. That means the magnitude of these forces are unequal. So here is, we can say that this, it gives the 0 resultant. But when we put 3 forces, say this is another body, when we put F1 and F2, then they are resultant somehow, let's say in this direction. If we put another force, this is say F1 plus F1 F2, when we put another vector in the opposite direction of F1 F2, F1 to 1 to force, then say it is F3 force, third force, then it will be 0. On the other hand, the 3 forces can be represented by the 3 sides of a triangle which are in same order, so their net resultant will be 0. In this question, actually if we erase this one, then their answer will be 2. But there is given unequal forces, so our minimum forces will be, the number of our minimum forces will be 3. So our answer is 3, guys. Next, number 4. a particles is moving eastward with a velocity of 5 kilometers. Guys, here is moving, a particles is moving eastward with a velocity of 5 kilometers in 10 seconds. In 10 seconds, the velocity changes to 5 meter per second northward. The average acceleration in this time is, so we have to find the average acceleration. There is a particles moving two velocities. One is 5 meter per second eastward and another is, and then its velocity changes to 5 meter per second in northward. So guys, actually the magnitude of both the velocity in eastward velocity and northward velocity is actually same, but velocity will be changed because there is change in direction. So velocity will be changed. Due to change of velocity, acceleration will be changed. So what is the average acceleration? So look, guys, there guys, look, the particles moving with 5 kilometers per second in eastward direction, and then 5 kilometers per second in northward direction. Then this is our resultant. We have to find V2 minus, say this is V2 and this is V1. V2 minus V1, V2 minus V1. So when we subtract two factors according to our vectors subtraction, this will be A plus B. This resultant is A plus B, but we have to find V final velocity minus initial velocity, V2 minus V1. Then the other diagonal of the square will be our difference vector. This will be V2 minus V1. The direction will be here V2 minus V1. That means the arrow will be in the direction of the touches the head of the V2. So this direction, the direction will be somehow this is, that means this is north and northwest direction. So this is northwest direction. Number 4. So what is V2 minus V1? V2 is V2 minus V1. This will we know that type both are equal. So you can say either V1 or V2, V root 2, V1 or V root 2 sine 90. This is the angle between the two vector. Guys, putting the subtraction rules for both two vector, we have the magnitude of the vector will be V root 2, V root 2 sine 90. That means V1 or V2. So V root 2 sine 90. V is 5 into 2. Sine 90 is equal to 1, so 5 root 2. The magnitude of V2 minus V1 is 5 root 2. What is the direction? The direction will be northwest direction. This is northwest direction because both the vector v1 and v2 are equal. So the resultant will be exactly angle bisector of the two. So it is 45 degree. This is 45 degree. So this will be north west direction. This will be north west direction. So guys, you can remove this absolute sign. So right here north west direction. But he asked the average acceleration. Average acceleration means that acceleration EV is equal to V final, that is V2, minus V initial, that is V1, by time taken, that is 10 seconds. T equal to here 10 seconds. So this is equal to T is equal to 10 seconds. Given this is 10 seconds here. So 5 root 2 by 10, this is 1 by root 2 by 5, that is equal to 1, root 2 by 2, then 1 by root 2 meter per second square, 1 by root 2 meter per second square. So this is our velocity. Next, number 4. So take a screenshot and I will going to erase it. Kyle series number 5. Number 5. Out of the following pairs, the resultant of which cannot be 4 Newton. Given that 2 Newton and 2 Newton, 2 Newton and 6 Newton, 2 Newton and 4 Newton, 2 Newton and 8 Newton. Guys, actually we have to find the maximum and minimum resultant of the two forces. So the maximum resultant will be when they are in same direction. The forces when they are in same direction, then let here is a body. When we put the two forces of 2 Newton, then it will be 4 Newton. So this will be cancelled. Then next 2 Newton and 6 Newton. We have to find that their difference will be 6 Newton and 5 Newton. Their difference will be the minimum resultant. So this will be also for 6 and 2. This will be also 4 Newton. When we put the two forces into two opposite direction, then their resultant will be 4 Newton. When they are in 180 degree. So next, the number is 2 Newton and 4 Newton. And here is 2 Newton and 8 Newton. 2 Newton and 4 Newton can be the minimum. Its minimum resultant will be 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2. The minimum resultant is 4 minus 2, that is 2. And the maximum resultant is 4 plus 2. That is A plus B. 4 foot, that is there in 60. So this is 6 Newton. So minimum will be 2. The resultant can you find in between 2 and from 2 and 6 Newton to 6 Newton. So it will be also we can find here it will gives also 4 Newton. So it will gives 4 Newton, but the answer D, where there is 2 Newton and 8 Newton, guys. So their minimum will be 8 minus 2, that is 6. So their minimum resultant will be 6 Newton. So it does not gives 4 Newton. So our answer is, according to question, so our answer is D. Out of the following pairs, the resultant of which cannot be 4 Newtons. This is our answer, 2 Newton and 8 Newton, because their minimum resultant will be 6 Newton. That's it for today. Remember to keep studying, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.